do want to let you guys know about how I cried to Bree for the first time.
Bitch ass. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
All right, so
Go ahead, baby.
So as I've stated previously on the pod about Mario, right, for the past year, and how I had that wall up, I think people kind of seen because how I talked to him and how I described to everybody about him in this situation.
Do you want to tell them who Mario is?
Well, if you guys need a reminder, Mario is my brother. He had some issues he was going through, but he has now recovered. And we are, so that kind of just leads me to my next point, actually. So over the past year and a half, me and Mario, throughout my whole life, me and Mario never really had like a super brotherly relationship that I felt like we could or should have had. And I actually had a lot of resentment for him because I felt like he always chose his friends over me. I think I said this before. And I kind of took the relationship as it is what it is. So whenever he came around, tried to big bro me. When he don't come around, that would affect me. And when he I don't know, it's just stuff like that.
Did you want validation from your big brother? Like, you know how you want, like, as boys, we want our dad's validation. Like, did you want your big brother to be like?
You mean validation as in like love?
Like, yeah, I just had approval, like that big bro approval, like.
Not approval. I just wanted his love.
Oh,
I just wanted him like to text me as a big brother, talk to me if I was down. Like, I know it was one day where when we moved to Atlanta, I was just having a bit of trouble adjusting to it because I was such a homebody, and I feel like I'm not angry at him, but at the time I just felt like I was 13, 14. He was 19. I feel like he could have sat me down and say, look. We could have had a conversation about it just to put me at ease or help me transition to the new town or whatever. So when it comes to stuff like that and the last year and a half with his issues and everything, it just grew even more.
Resentment?
Yeah, it grew even more. And I'm like, see, this is why I already don't have the best relationship with you. And like now, like I try to talk to him and tell him like, look, Mario, what you want? I'm gonna be doing this and you are doing this, you need to change this. I know it's not gonna be easy, and he would still be lying and blah 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 blah. So I told Bree the other day, we were chilling, and this was actually like we have like conversations all the time about each other, like so we know each other really, really well. But this is just one conversation, or this is just one day where everything just felt so fluid, but yet deep. And it was really good. So like the energies were high in the room, we were laughing. I was on the floor talking to her. Like I've never done nothing like that. Like either we're like in the chair together or just like eye level. So it was almost like metaphorical how I was on the floor, she was on the bed, and I like was looking up to her. Felt like I was just putting my trust into her. But anyway, so I was telling how me and Mario now are at a good place. We are at a really good place. So he don't text me every day, but it's like he texts me throughout the week. We talk. I talk to him.
That's good.
And I was telling him like the other day I saw him and like I was dapping him up. Like I know that may be like nothing to y'all, but like for me to dap him up, like he's just like my bro.
Like the hug that. Like
it was something new that we never really had. It was just like, oh, what's up? Not really awkward, but kinda. But this one just felt like, oh, what's up, bro? It felt genuine.
Yeah.
So that made me happy. I didn't express that to him. I mean, I actually told him that I cried to Bree about him after that. Mm-hmm. But at the moment, I cataloged it in my head. Like, wow, that was really good. Like, me and him just did that.
That was like a breaking barriers.
It was breaking barriers. So I told Bree that, and I was like, it's good that we're talking now, and when we see each other and sit down, we're catching up with each other and stuff. And that's when it just happened. Like
you let it out.
Emotions was high.
I didn't think I had.
Was it like tears of sadness or like tears of joy? Like
it was tears of happiness. It was very overwhelming.
Yeah.
Because I've told people how I was kinda, I hate to say this now, how I was disappointed in Mario. I told Lexton and I told, stuff like that.
We had some conversations at the park.
Yeah, like I was disappointed, and for me, I had to kind of put a wall up and say, look, he's going to do that until he realizes he needs help. Let me just kind of like step away. I'll be there for him as much as I can, but as far as like giving money or feeding into his habit, I won't do that anymore.
Let me ask you, so was you putting that wall up, was that more so a defense mechanism to allow you from being definitely hurt? Like,
I've expressed it.
Okay.
I told my dad, I said I don't want to let my guard down, and he shows good, and he's like good for a couple days or a couple weeks, and then he goes right back into it, and then I feel disappointed, and then I feel sad and hurt in the end.
Sometimes you feel like kind of let down.
Yeah.
Because it's just like I said, I've known Mario longer than I've known you. And it's crazy.
Dang.
It's crazy that I say that. And it's like, like I definitely see what you're talking about as far as like just feeling like kind of disappointed and kind of let down. Because like I said, I've seen I've known Mario. I've seen him go through his weight, everything. Seen everything.
Right.
And like I saw him build a relationship my god sister, and then that kind of fell apart, but they're rebuilding.
This is what I'm saying.
And it's just like, I don't know, like when I saw him, when you sent that picture, he just looked healthy as hell.
Right.
That almost brought tears in my eyes, because I was just like, bro, like I have never seen him this healthy in so long.
So
it was just amazing, bro.
Exactly. So with that, I told Bree about how me and Mario have gotten better.
Yeah.
And I also told her that me and him talked about how I was close to losing him last year. And I was mentally preparing for any text or any call saying that something happened to him. So
why were you preparing yourself for that? Why do you think you were preparing yourself
because of his lifestyle?
It was okay, bro.
It was very tumultuous.
Do you think you were like ready to get that call? Like
I was super
and it
ready.
was dark too. It was like a dark time, bro.
I was super ready. Like there was literally days where if Mama was texting me, I was getting ready to see a text saying your brother's in the hospital for blah blah blah, and maybe even worse. So I told Bree, I said with that last year, I still feel bad that I felt that way. It was a lot going on.
I'll say, sorry to cut you off. I feel like as men, we go numb really quick. Like it's only you have a couple of times to like when you love somebody a lot, and as men, when we're disappointed by somebody that we love, we go numb to it, and what we do is put up that wall. And I always say like, you can only upset. It's fucked up, but I always say like, you have 2 times upset me, and after that, I won't allow my expectations to exceed your character. So it's like that's how we that's how we allow ourselves to be disappointed when we have these high expectations, but people's actions don't match up with those expectations.
Right.
So you want to be hopeful and have these.
I wanted to.
Yeah, but it's like you can't allow yourself because that hurts. That will end up hurting you even more. Right. You know, that's a defense mechanism.
And it's like, it nullifies because like us men were built with pride.
A lot of ego.
Like none of that. You don't like with me, for example. I have a lot of pride. I don't show my emotions. I don't think I've ever really felt vulnerable to really express my emotions like that.
I mean, this is vulnerability though, man. I appreciate you for being vulnerable.
Yeah, like I'm just like I can't explain my emotions. Like it's crazy, like because I know you when you said like you cried to Bree or whatever, anybody in general. Like I don't think.
But that's the funny part.
I can do that yet.
I've never
or like feel that emotion to do that. Like I even to like even get to that point, I'm just like.
I've never been like completely distant from my emotions because I allow my emotions to dictate. I went from allowing my emotions to dictate how I felt and said and moved to, okay, as I matured, I was like, okay, you need to feel this. You need to understand why you're feeling this. And so now when you know moving forward, just to deal with certain situations so you won't have to feel this again, or when you do, you know how to deal with it. So when it came to this, I already had this wall up.
Yeah.
And I told Bree, I was like, I feel like God has blessed me with another opportunity to have a relationship with my brother.
That's beautiful.
So
it's like a second chance.
As soon as I started to say that, I just broke down. Like, and she came over and hugged me, and I was like, I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't even think I would get emotional about that. But I think it was just me saying it out loud.
Yeah.
That kind of really got to me. And the thing is, like, I told my dad the next day and cried again. So it's like, it's so weird because I loved my brother even when he was going through that, and I still love him, always. But it's just like I never knew. All right, so no.
Let it out, bro.
So, like I said, when I was thinking about not being surprised if I got a text message about anything bad happening to him, I felt like I was prepared.
Yeah.
Me and Justice talked about this the other day about how, and I told him how when it comes to dealing with death, I do want to be more prepared to, even though I never will be. I want to be prepared as far as like, this is very weird. I just want to be, I just want to be prepared as far as like, okay, they did live their life. Whatever happened. I need to mourn, I need to grieve, and then I need to move forward and kind of, but still honor them and remember them for their best person the best person that they were in my eyes and to everybody else, right? Yeah. But now that me and Mario's relationship has gotten better, that made me realize how much BS that kind of is, because me talking about how me and him got a better relationship, I may have cried because of how beautiful it was. It went from dark to like great now. Mm-hmm. And maybe tied in with that was the fear of losing him. Yeah. And how last year losing him was just like, okay, it might come, just be prepared. To when I cried the other night, I was like, wow, if something did happen, I don't think I still would have been prepared.
Yeah. We can never fully prepare for death. We can tell ourselves, I'm ready. We've all dealt with people that have dealt with things, addiction. So it's like we tell ourselves, okay, it's only a matter of time. But until you get that phone call, you never truly know what it's like to go through that with that person. It's hard to prepare for death. It's like, because we've never been through it, Right. Like I said the other day, it's like, as humans, we're selfish. We want people here. People can be suffering, they could be sick, but when they die, we want them here. You know what I mean? A person could be on their deathbed in pain. And it's not, we're praying that they have a peaceful transition into the afterlife. It's just, make it through, give them light, let them stay another day, So I definitely, emotions are fragile, we're human at the end of the day. It's hard to prepare for death. Like the thought of living with somebody, like the thought of like living the rest of your life without somebody there, that's tough.
That's
like,
hard to think about.
You can't prepare for that because if your brother's 27? 29. So basically, you have to pretty much like, that's 29 years of just living together. So you can't undo 29 years. That takes a long ass time. And then even in 29 more years, you're like, fuck, it's been 29 years and I'm still going through. Like it's hard. You never fully get. I mean, not everybody spit, but you can't get over, like getting over death. Like that's like almost impossible because you can't replace life. Right. In the physical, their soul will live on, but you're still gonna be grieving because like holidays, birthdays, it's always gonna be a reminder. Like I remember when this person used to call me and do this. It's like, damn, and it's up and down. There's no right or wrong way to like cope with death. Right. It's just some days you're gonna be happy, some days you're gonna be like, man, fuck this, man. I can call my bro, and you can't do that.
Right.
That's why I think it's so hard to prepare for death from an emotional and mental and spiritual standpoint. Right. You can financially prepare for it, but in all other aspects, you really can't.
Right. Joel, do you mind if I ask you how kind of like what Justice just said, that's something that you can never really understand, I guess, until you go through it?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You want to get on?
Yeah, sure.
Joel on the beat.
Today's actually like the anniversary of my father's his death day.
I got you.
So, and it's like Justice was saying, like, you can only prepare for it but so much because, like my dad, he had, what did he have? He had sleep apnea. So it was an ongoing condition. It wasn't something like, he's sick this one time. Like he would constantly be in the hospital. And it's like after a while, it would be, or like, he's in the hospital again. Like, okay, whatever. I guess we'll just prepare. But it's like one day the day that we went, I'm sorry, I'm getting kind of frazzled. The day that I went to Atlanta, he had ended up getting sick, and he was in the hospital, and I was with my aunt, his sister, and we was like, we're not going, like, it's whatever, like, I'm sure he'll be fine, or whatever happens supposed to happen. But then, like, the whole night we were downtown at the hospital he was at, and I just kept looking, and I was like, am I gonna be ready, like, for bad news, or like what?
Right.
Or you know, it was between thinking about that, or it's like, oh, it'll be fine, you know, I'm sure it'll be fine, just like all the other times. And then when we got that call, I was like, wow, I was not ready for this. Like, is this real? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree that it's not something you can prepare for, because like, even though we knew he was sick and the things that he was going through, it don't matter. Oh, you got the life insurance policy, whatever, like that. You know, you can financially prepare and stuff like that, but you can't prepare for the emotional trauma. You know what I'm saying? Like, it really does take a toll on you, and it's not like some shit you could just train for. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could train for physical stuff, but I feel like when it comes to mental, like, that just makes you a whole new person. Like, I feel like I'm a totally different person from this day last year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I would say in a way I appreciate death, though, because it really teaches you a lot, and it really kind of humbles you, because I had always been the type of person, kind of, not necessarily cocky, but I just never imagined myself to be the type of person where, like, oh, these things could happen to me. Right. Like, you know, I'm protected, whatever, I'm very spiritual. I'm like, oh, nothing like that would ever happen to me. And it's like, damn, that should happen to my dad. Like, that could happen to me. Right. So I do feel like it's very important that we do, you know, take time to really try, I guess, as humans, to understand death, instead of just pretending like we can prepare for it. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's like, it's not that simple. Like, and it's just so weird, because it's like, it's something that we'll never truly know about, you know, no matter how many books you read, how much prayer, you literally, you're never gonna know. It's like, you can get an idea, but you're not gonna know.
Right.
That's how I feel about it.
Well, he said today is the day?
Yes.
And how long has it been since? If you don't
a
mind
year?
asking?
Yeah, it's been a year.
I do want to give my condolences.
Yes,
Same.
same.
I don't know how the journey has been. I don't know how it has been for you.
Yeah.
But I will say, just from an outsider's perspective, you seem to be very strong.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
But I know that you deal with it on your own time.
Yeah, and sometimes it'll even get weird, because I'm like, am I grieving that way? Like, you know, when it first happened, I would just be sad all the time, whatever. And it's now, not that I don't get sad, but it's like, it'll be more gaps in between it. And I'm like, am I supposed to be sad right now? Like, am I doing this right? Am I too detached? You know what I'm saying? So it's really something that you just have to constantly revisit. And I really had to, like, teach myself, like, unfortunately, this is the rest of my life. This is what the rest of my life's gonna be like. Like, I have to learn to live the rest of my life without my dad. And it's like, towards the beginning, like, I had to remind myself, like, my dad died. I'll be doing something random. I'm washing the fucking dishes. My dad died. Oh, shit.
And it's like, you never know when it's gonna hit you too. Like,
exactly.
like you said, like, you're not gonna know, like I know in the moment you probably was like, damn, like, did this really just happen? Like, you didn't know how to feel. But, like, I don't know, it'll hit you, like you said. You could be washing dishes, you could be vacuuming, you could be doing anything, pumping gas, and then it just, like, kind of just hit you, like, dang, like, you know, like, I lost my dad, like, damn, like, you know, I wanted to talk to him today, or whatever, or, like, I lost my brother, anything. It just hit you, and it's just like, wow, like, I really gotta live, like, the rest of my life knowing that, you know, I can't speak to this person anymore.
Exactly.
But in hindsight, like, I know it kind of built character, it built you, and I know that situation, like, it's a terrible situation. I, like, you know, like I said, I give my condolences out to you. I know it definitely made you into a new person, and even it made you into a better person.
Oh yeah,
over
for
time,
sure,
like,
yeah.
it built you up. So, you know, I'm glad that you're coping well with this.
Thank
and
you.
I hope you continue to cope well with this.
Thank you. It's definitely a journey. And I wouldn't necessarily say like it gets better, but it gets a little bit more easy to understand in a way. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of have to attach your own understanding to it. You know what I'm saying? Like death to me might not mean death to you. So that's a big way that I cope with it. Like I said, I just have to make it make sense to me. Because at the end of the day, like, who's to tell you, you know, what's right and what's wrong when it comes to grieving and, you know, missing somebody that you love. So honestly, I just be winging it. But I really do appreciate, you know, having people like in my corner, like especially Justice. Like I've never, not that I haven't lost people before, but like your fucking parent, you know what I'm saying? Like that's something different. So it's been really, I guess, fulfilling to have somebody you can just, you know, talk to about it, cry about it when you need to, you know what I'm saying? Or just sit there and say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs different treatment with it. But yeah, it's definitely, it's wild. Like I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy, but at the same time, like you were saying, like it did mold me into a better person, you know what I'm saying? So it's very dual. It's a very dual
and it's like,
phenomenon.
I don't know, like with death, like you said with death, like people, not too many people go through it, whereas like my family, like, you know, I've been to a lot of funerals, but it's just like I've been to more funerals than I've been to like weddings. I've only been to like 1 or 2 weddings.
Yeah, same.
And I've been to like a million funerals. Like I just know the vibe, but it was like maybe two of them that I've been to that I actually like was like, you know, crying, like my emotions were coming out. But like I don't know, I'm just so like numb to it. It's hard. It just depends on the situation, and it's like really hard for me to kind of get my emotions off. Like, you know, like, oh wow, like, you know, this happened. Like I need to, you know, cope with this or whatever. But it's just like I don't know. I feel like it's something that I've gotten used to, but it's just like I've never really had somebody too close to me pass away, so I don't know that feeling, and I know that feeling's probably totally different.
Yeah, and it's like, and not to compare, you know what I'm saying? Like death is death, but it definitely does hit you harder when it's like a parent or God forbid a sibling or something like that. Yeah. But at the same time, like you was talking about emotions, I feel like it definitely helped me get more in tune with my emotions. You know, like being that me and my dad we were like mad tight, and my family. I just come from a really family oriented, you know, family. But my dad dying, it taught me about like my own traumas that I've been holding on to since a kid, and I was like, wow, like, you know, what if he didn't die on this day? Would I have learned these things about myself? You know, would I have, you know, evolved into the type of person that I am now? So it's like, it's so weird, but I mean, you know, everything happens for a reason. And I do appreciate like the growth that it's led into my life. And like Justice was saying about being selfish, like, yeah, I was feeling like that at first, but it's like as you grow into your own understanding, you know, you kind of make your own explanations up for things, stuff like that. So I learned, it also taught me to be, you know, a little less selfish. Like if these people are suffering, there's nothing I can do about it. You know what I'm saying? I've exhausted all my efforts. Like, you know, gotta give it to whoever, you know, whatever you believe in. You just gotta, you know, there's nothing you can do about it. But it's a very eye-opening experience. I would say that.
Gotcha.
Very much so.
I do appreciate you coming up here and giving your perspective.
Yes, I was just gonna say I really appreciate it.
Yeah, for
that
sure.
was very.
And I didn't even know, man. Like I'm just so happy to see that you're still smiling today.
Yeah.
Right.
You're still happy. You came in happy. Like I love to see that.
Thank you, thank you. And I honestly had no idea what today was gonna be like. Like my mom, she's like, "Are you gonna be okay?" Like, girl, I don't know. Like, I don't know. But you know, I've been like with his family because my family lives in Atlanta, so I don't get to see them like that. But I've been with his family. You know what I'm saying? So just having a nice support group, it's really, you know, helped me. Power
I know Justice the GOAT, man.
Oh, for sure.
The GOAT, man.
For sure.
Yes, sir.
but
yeah, I'm so happy that you came up and, you know, you were able to speak on this, and, you know, to anybody else that's going through any trauma, any death in your family, you know, I hope you cope well with it. I hope in the future everything goes good for you. Now keep you in my prayers.
And find somebody to talk to about it.
Yes,
like,
please. Don't keep it in.
It don't even have to be a therapist, but you know, somebody who'll just listen and not even say anything sometimes. You don't even need advice all the time. You know, just somebody to get off your chest to, write in a journal, you know, pray, whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
But it's not like you're not necessarily going to get over it, but like I said, you learn to understand it better and you learn how to cope more healthily. So I do wish healing for anybody else that has been through anything similar to that.
Yes. Happy healings here from Now We're Poddin.
Yes.
Hey, Now We Poddin. You already know.
Thank y'all for letting me speak.
Yes, well, thank you.
To anybody out there that's dealing with like loss, grief, cope, like just death, period, like just dealing with death and loss of a family member, there is no right or wrong way to cope. It's highs, there's lows. There's no blueprint, there's no formula. You don't get an outline for this shit. You literally just like, there's good days, there's bad days. Let those emotions flow. Appreciate the good feelings, appreciate the happy days. But yeah, there's no right or wrong way to do it. So there's no blueprint for it. So it comes in different forms, and everybody's situation is different. And as they said, just wishing healing on everybody that's dealing with any type of loss or death in their family, and prayers for y'all, and wishing y'all the best. Yeah.
Yes.
We're selfish. If you're selfish,
This is justice.
if you're blocking your blessings, nigga, ad-lib me still.
Sorry. Justice.
If you're blocking your blessings, standing in your way,
Justice.
listen to this. We're back.
Okay,
Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit. Let's do this shit.
Hey, Mr. Fly Guy up here. We got Joey
Oh, and I just
Scythers.
jumped in. Hey, y'all.
We got a
Oh yeah.
Joel.
the artist.
Forgot to
Joel the
introduce
artist.
Joel the artist right here.
I'm fucking that raw.
Whoa.
I know what not.
Hold the motherfucker up.
Wait, what?
What 9 months is from now.
It don't matter what 9 months is.
Wait, what?
Because we ain't doing nothing.
How could you be so selfish?
Wait,
This
what?
guy probably wants to start a beautiful.
No, the fuck he does not.
Nigga, I'm selfish. I don't have kids till 30. You know
Yes,
why?
and
'Cause
I'm
I'm
cool
selfish.
with that. I'm cool
Fuck
with
them
that.
kids.
I'm cool with that.
I had a nightmare. You know about it. You know about it.
What was your nightmare?
Bruh.
Please share.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I got one of my exes pregnant. I'm not gonna say who. One of them.
Actually, we talked about it when the first episode with Jesse came
And
back.
I was like, I woke up so
Space.
depressed. I called Shawn, bruh. I called Shawn. I was like, bruh, I really thought I got her pregnant.
The life just drained completely from his
I
life.
came to work. I was sad. Like that whole day, I was sad, bruh.
Like if you could see somebody, if you could see,
I do
see
not want-
depression
bruh.
in a body, that was him.
But why were you still so sad after you realized it was a dream?
Cause it was just
Thought.
like the thought of it. Like it felt so fucking real. And
What happened in the dream?
bruh, it
What
was just like she came up to me. She was like, yeah, I got something to tell you. I was like, what? I was like, what's good, bruh? Like I was on the game. I was chilling. Like I was comfortable. I was chilling.
Moment too.
And she was like, I'm pregnant.
I'm sorry, before you finish.
Yeah, go ahead,
that,
go ahead.
What if that dream meant something? He just said that she caught you in a vulnerable moment in the dream. You know what I'm saying? You was just talking
Yeah.
about how you can't
See?
open up
Hey.
emotionally.
This is leading into
that mean-
why I don't be opening up.
Does that mean the
hey,
person that you're gonna get vulnerable with is gonna be?
Well, I didn't say all that.
want to be who?
The girl.
Not her.
I didn't say her. I just
Oh.
said.
That's petty. No.
Nah,
What is
hell
the
nah.
X?
But
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, that is part of my issue. That is part of my issue.
What exact state the issue? In
My
fact,
issue is I don't open up. I have a wall built up, like a serious wall, like
very selfish.
the Great Wall of China wall. That motherfucker big.
You know the Great Wall of China was once rebuilt.
For real?
Yeah, so the same way you have that wall built up, that wall can be torn down and built back up.
Preach, Pastor.
Hey,
That was a good one.
Can I get an amen?
That was a good one.
Amen.
You get an amen and you get a drop. Yes, you get everything.
Okay.
So, but let's dig deep. Let's
y'all
drill
about
into
to
that
do this
wall
this
a little
week.
bit.
Damn.
Your turn
Alright,
now.
fuck it.
Go ahead. So let me ask you, what do you think the start of it was from? Do you think you were the subject of
So
teasing? Or?
no, none of that. I just had really bad experiences with like relationships and like just girls in general. Like my sophomore year, like I had this one girl I was talking to, which fuck her. But anyway, has one girl I was talking to, and she kind of just like, she kind of put me. I was in a very vulnerable spot, and I was very vulnerable with her. And I'll talk to her about anything, whatever. But then, like, she'll just be doing shit. Like, I didn't even know about. Like, just doing shit. And so, that kind of, like, fucked my trust. And then, not even just her. It was just, like, other girls in general. Like, girls I've dated. They done shit. And I was just like,
Done
damn.
shit like what? Like fucking other niggas, talking bad on you.
I mean,
like,
I don't even know. They probably could have been fucking other niggas. I don't know.
I'm a firm believer, like, I'm happy. But I can firmly say, like, when people are like, have you been cheated on? I'd be like, no. But I can't prove it. I mean, I'd be like, no, don't know for a fact. But, like, every guy, some girl has cheated on every, like, there's no way you went through high school and, like, one of them girls ain't fucking around. It's just not possible.
Yeah. And it's just like, I don't know. Like, it just kind of, like, fucked my trust up.
shit like that.
But it was just like, I don't know. That kind of fucked me up with, like, cuffing girl. Bruh, in high school, you can't tell me anybody I cuff. I ain't cuff nobody.
I mean, that's high school.
I was like, I'm good. And it wasn't even, like, just that. It was just, like, even girls outside of, like, me graduating. I just had really bad trust issues.
Why do you think that hurt from, like, freshman year carried into adulthood? Because, I mean, like, you was 15. It's like, nigga.
Right.
Fuck him.
That's what I said. Fuck him.
But, like, why do you think, like, you held that into your adulthood?
I don't know. Like, it's just...
I know why.
No. I know you're thinking no, but
it
was just like, you know, that situation, it kind of transpired through my other relationships, and it kind of was like different things that I caught early that I was just like, nah, something not right, and then I would be right.
So did you ever take it maybe as a lesson instead of, like, not saying you were wrong to feel bad, but instead of victimizing yourself, like, what can I learn from this? Maybe there's a reason why this pattern keeps repeating?
So it's definitely a lot of stuff I've learned, and that's I think part of the issue. I learned too damn much, and I feel like I've kind of set a standard for, like, what I want, like a certain standard. And if you don't meet the standard, then I'm like, kind of like, I'm not gonna talk to you like that.
Right.
Which I was never like that. Like, I'll talk to whoever, text whoever back. I don't be texting so back, man. You know, I be chill. If I don't click with you, and I know I don't click with you, and it's just like that standard, you're not there.
But how do you know if somebody meets that standard if you don't even give them the chance to? Because, like, somebody can't meet a standard within a week. It takes time to build that reputation with somebody. You don't just come in like, oh, I love you. No, you have to, like, build that type of reputation with somebody to where they meet that standard. Because you don't know who they are in the first 90 days. Let's just be real.
It's just, I don't know, I'm afraid of building that long-term relationship
for it all to crumble.
Right. Yeah, like, and I've had, like, a lot of my time wasted. I don't want to waste time.
Do you feel as though, like, I mean, maybe you try not, like, do you feel as like, are you projecting onto these women that you are coming in contact with, and that's, like, kind of just stopping you from giving them the best version of yourself emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, and because that you can't give them your best self, it kind of hinders the growth and development of that relationship or just whatever that situation is?
I feel like with me, I sometimes kind of ruin it just because that's what I'm used to. Like, I'm just so used to stuff already fucking up that I'll just kind of, like, just, in a way, not necessarily ruin it myself, but it'll just happen. Like,
so do you think, like, if you're going into these situations thinking it's gonna be this way, do you think that maybe you're kind of manifesting that into your life? You know what I'm saying?
That's what I was gonna ask.
I could be, and I've thought about that. I was like, maybe I am just manifesting this, and this is just something that just kind of stuck with me. I have thought about it, and I mean, to a certain degree, I feel like it does, like, manifest, but at the same time, like, I don't know. I feel like, I don't know. I really don't have no type that I'm looking for. It's just like, if you're there, you're there. If not, then I'm not really with it.
So, Joel, my assessment of Lex is maybe that when he's that young, emotions are very fragile.
Right.
So I think that with Lexton, you are a really nice guy, right? And it's not that you're nice to a flaw. It's just that being nice can be a flaw because people could take advantage of it.
Exactly.
So being that you were young, humans, we learn manipulative and toxic ways very early. So I think what it is that when you were that young and these situations happened to you, you may be suffering from PTSD, bro. Now, PTSD doesn't have to be on a big scale where it's dealing like war or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that when it comes to women, you may be afraid to open up because of the pain and hurt that you had before, either from a certain thing that they did or just the act of betrayal.
Yes.
So with you, Jewel, is what I asked. I want to counter your question. Is that when does Lex know how to assess people enough to open up to them? Because that's not the easiest thing to do. Because let's say if he does open up to somebody, right? And let's say 2 or 3 months down the line, he's thinking everything's going good. And he's like, he gets to a point where he gets vulnerable again. And it all happens again.
Well, okay. Well, let me say this. I always like to use, our relationship as kind of an example. Like, sometimes you just gonna know off the bat. Like, I didn't know he was necessarily gonna be my boyfriend, but I was like, okay, we clicking like this, like, automatically. Like, something is going right. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But also, with other people, you can notice, like, you can really notice a red flag, like, in the beginning if you're really paying attention. But at the same time, I feel like it's all about your mindset and your intention. You know what I'm saying? Like, every girl you meet, you don't have to fuck. You don't have to want to pursue a relationship with. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes it could just be vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, like you said, just see what happens. Mm-hmm. But if you go into things with the mindset that it's going to be A or B, you know what I'm saying? Like, you already, because you create your own life, period. Like, and it all starts in your mind. So if you're thinking, oh yeah, this bitch probably gonna fuck me over, then she fuck you over. Not like it's your fault. You know, I'm not blaming you at all. But you're creating that reality for yourself. If you go into this situation with a girl and you're thinking, okay, let's just be friends. You know what I'm saying? Let's try and get a friendship. Let's hang out. Right. You might see something different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might end up going down that path. Now, granted, she might not become your girlfriend or not, but you're learning to undo it. You're learning to unlearn things like that.
And even having friends like that can teach you how to deal when it comes to situations. Because if you, and this is the thing, I have female friends throughout my life, and knowing how to treat them or learning from, I mean, you got your sister, you've done some of this already, but learning how they've been dealt with in bad relationships, good relationships, you kind of pick up, okay, this is how you should treat a woman, this is how you should not treat a woman. And that is true. Manifestation is real. I think I previously stated multiple times that I'm a big believer of that. So, like, with this poster behind here, I went to the gun range for the first time, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there.
You're gonna put your ass on a shirt.
So I'm getting a weapon for protection of me and my family. Now, if I go with the mind state of getting the gun
and putting somebody in a shirt,
yes,
that's gonna.
Then I think I'm gonna either subconsciously put that energy out there. It may happen. So if I might start moving different, may start speaking a little bit more confidently, more violently, more rash, blah blah. Because I know I have something on me that's gonna dead the situation quick or dead me quick, right? So that is true. When it comes to certain people, you kind of, to a point, have to let your guard down just a little bit. Now, I know that is a very difficult thing to do, but it's something that's need to be done with almost a lot of people, because you're going to meet a lot of people. You're going to meet a lot of different characters. There's going to be people that you clash with and some people that you just vibe with. But if you come in with a certain type of wall up, you're never, and just to say this off mic, you're never going to get to know that person fully, and they're never going to get to know you fully.
True, that's
like that wall not only blocks you off from the bad shit, but it could block you off from the good shit too. Yeah,
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm a firm believer of just, wherever your mindset is at, the people that God or just the most people in God. Okay, let me rephrase that.
I mean, if it's how you.
Okay, yeah.
Right.
So where your mindset is at, right, and where you're at mentally, God will align you with people with that with that same mentality and with the same passion that you have. So if you are thinking, she gonna fuck me over, God will send someone in your life that's bound to fuck you over, because that's what you're attracting. You're welcoming in. So you have to change your perspective and your mentality to align yourself with like-minded individuals. You know what I mean? Having that guard up is just, you're gonna constantly meet people that have that guard up.
Right.
But when you align your mentality, because your mind is your most powerful weapon. The power of the tongue is real, and your mind is powerful. And so is your tongue. It's a constant war between your mind and your heart. Mind and your heart going back and forth. This is how I feel. This is what I'm thinking. This is what I feel. This is what I'm thinking. Sometimes you got to just think emotional. And, and as men, we get caught up in that whole, I don't think off emotion. Emotion. It's always logic. But there's nothing wrong with thinking off emotion.
Right.
Like if I'm like right now, I'm thinking off of emotion because I'm telling you something that comes from emotional perspective. we think when men say thinking or acting off emotion, we think it's just lashing out and acting like a female. Right. But no, acting off emotion could be giving you a hug in the moment, in a dear moment. That's acting off of emotion. That's not acting off logic. Right. You know what I mean? So I think you should change your mentality and just align your mentality and yourself mentally to be where you want to be. You know what I mean? So you attract what you are. You know what I mean?
I got the perfect analogy for you, Les. And this might sound crazy for you, but this is gonna be perfect for you and your sister. You guys,
me and my sister.
You guys
Don't compare me to her.
Right. See, I told you. I knew it was gonna be crazy.
Go ahead.
Compare me to him either.
See, look. But you guys are exactly alike. Yes, you are. So the
Fuck, we're not.
Y'all
Says every sibling ever.
right.
I came out the same joint. Like,
Yeah, right.
come on,
But
man.
I would tell you this, both of you guys, right? My Tori's off camera, but she's right here. You guys may have two different reasons, but as far as when you deal with people, it is exactly the same. I told my Tori this off camera in a personal, private conversation a couple weeks ago. The reason why she's in a not a bad situation, but why she's in a predicament she is now with her issue, unlike yours, is because her mind state on meeting new people is not aligned with what she really wants. The same thing is for you, if you understand what I'm saying.
To a certain degree. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
I can kind of see it.
Okay. Well, this is what I'm saying. I have put that out there for you. That is for you over the next few days to dwell on it. And if it clicks, cool, which I think it should. If it doesn't, just keep
I
going.
feel like me and her are similar, but also opposites. Like, all right, for example. I ain't gonna put nothing out there.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like, I don't know. It's gotten a lot easier for me to let go of shit. Like, I can drop something tomorrow and be fine the next day. And it shouldn't be like that.
Are you letting go, or are you just forcing yourself to forget about something? Like, are you genuinely like just over shit that fast?
It's like a computer for me. Like, I'm like a damn computer. Like, I could, like, you know how you delete an app?
You delete emotions?
Well, not emotions, but like I can delete like just people out my life so quick, or just like block them off so quick. It's just like they weren't there.
Do you take pride in that though?
No. So I shouldn't do that. I know I shouldn't do that.
We're being selfish.
But
You're
that's
being
just
vulnerable and honest too.
Yeah, that's just me. Like, I need to work on that with myself as far as like just dropping shit, because it could be over something little. Like, it could be like the littlest thing, and it just be like, I don't know. But I don't need to do that. Like, I need to.
What should you do instead?
I thought with me, like, I need to give more opportunities out, because I don't give too many opportunities out no more. Because like I said, this all just stems from me just having like a lot of time wasted over time. I just feel like at this point in my life, I don't have time to do that anymore.
Can I offer advice?
Yeah.
On top of you giving opportunity, I think you should give. Well, I guess it's the same thing. I guess you should give opportunity for conversation.
Yeah.
Just for clarity. I think people underestimate how important clarity and or closure is to our mentality and just us as people. So if you get nothing else from that person moving forward, I think maybe if you have a conversation explaining how you feel, how they feel, just having that open ground, and you both accept what's the next thing that's going to go forward with you guys, which is nothing.
Yeah.
But on a good note, or on as good of a note it can be. I think that would be best for you.
Yeah, I agree.
I get. I mean, like, sometimes you don't always need closure with people. Maybe with yourself, but having that formal, that gives them. That still kind of leaves the door open. Sometimes you have to just focus on yourself and put yourself first. We're being selfish again, where you shouldn't be, but in that regard, like, sometimes you don't always have to have that closure and then instill things. It's just you have to do what's best for you and move forward. Especially if there's a person that's just doing you wrong. At that point, you no longer owe them an explanation, because they showed you how they felt. Actions speak louder than words. There's no need to talk about how you fucked me over.
Right.
You know, in that situation, you don't need closure. But I definitely will say, like, when dealing with things of that nature, like just trauma, we have to allow ourselves to feel and relive that moment. You know what I mean? Sometimes, like, as opposed to just trying to get over, you know, and allow yourself to be vulnerable and feel all of the emotions, you know. Go back and replay that in your head, not just, fuck, I'm good, man. I'm gonna just play this out. Sit, think about it. Like, how did it make you feel?
Cool.
Figure out where you at. Why, you know, we have to
Unpack it.
And then,
you have to unpack trauma, and I'm real big on just finding the root. Like, why do I feel this way?
Right.
Why am I thinking like this?
Right.
Let me go. You have to undo the work, unlearn this thing. You got to work your way backwards and then get to the root.
Right.
So when you was 15 years old, how did that make you feel? And then how did you treat this person and that person? And then from every situation with somebody, you can learn. You can always pull something from it, whether it worked out or not. You can always learn something from every situation in life. You didn't open up to her. Okay, she might have had a problem with her father, and her dad might have not been in her life. So she needs men who are open at all times. You know.
I think another issue with me is that, like, I don't know. I just always need something to do. Like, as far as like
busy work,
even like just work in general. Like, you know how much I work. It don't affect me at all. Like, I work like dead ass. I work like 60 hours like a week, 70 hours a week. It don't affect me at all. Like, I just go to work. Like, come home and I'm fine. But
that is affecting you because you're making yourself. You're pretty much becoming a robot. It's just becoming repetitive. Wake up, go to work. Wake up. As opposed,
I have a whole routine.
Because when you work 60 hours, I've done that shit before. You don't even process life. You're not thinking. At this point, your thing is work, getting his check, going to sleep, waking up, doing the same thing, pod and creative work. There's no moment to even reflect on life and just figure out where you're at in the moment.
I never have time for that.
You gotta allow yourself.
That's
to have
definitely
time
important.
to think.
And you know, I kind of want to relate my situation to that. So, like I said, this is the year anniversary of my father's passing. When my dad passed away, I was back and forth between Atlanta. I was in school full time, online. Like, first of all, I didn't like that shit, but I was online, and I was still working on my brand. I'm still trying to work on all these ideas, and there literally came a day where I was like, I cannot take this shit no more. Like, I was doing an assignment. I was taking a quiz. I exited out that fucking quiz and I withdrew from school, like, in that moment. Like, sometimes you really gotta have time to process shit. Like, I feel like I wasn't even able to really process my father's death until I was able to just block out all that other shit. You know what I'm saying? And in the moment, I'm like, Justice, you know, you good? How's your mental health? I'm good. I'm just like, damn, am I really good? Or I've built these habits and become so accustomed to this new lifestyle that I don't even acknowledge that side of my brain, you know, that could be still processing that trauma and shit. Right. So I do, not saying just cut all your hours and shit, but even with the schedule you have now, you know what I'm saying? I agree that you definitely should make some time, even if it's just for a few minutes, you know, just process what's going on in your life, express gratitude. Like, it really makes a difference. And throughout this whole year, I'm not gonna say it's not weird, because it's weird as fuck. Like, even not being in school, I'm like, you know, questioning myself, am I doing something right? Like, should I still be in school? You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's gonna be a one-time fix-all, but I do think that's very important, especially coming from somebody like me, who I've always been very independent. I'm not telling nobody my shit. Honestly, I think we have a lot in common too, because I'm quick to cut a motherfucker off too.
She is terrible. You have one time, bro.
Yeah, you literally have one time.
But look, she won't tell you. Like, if you fuck her over, she won't tell you. It's like, she'll just go ghost. She's bad.
Yes, and I'm not saying it's necessarily the greatest thing, but also, like, I use discernment when I do it sometimes. Like, Justice was saying, if somebody fucks you over, like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
All.
Like, so I relate to you on that, but as far as just, like, not having time to think about these things, think about maybe the people that fucked you over, how it might have changed their life, I do think that's very important, even if it's 5-10 minutes in the shower. Like, damn, how I'm feeling today.
And you know, like, it's crazy that you say that, because it's kind of like I'm going through that now.
Yeah.
As far as, like, just with class, like, I'm starting to really realize I don't have time to do that, and I need to make time.
Yeah, and it's like, you're so young. Like, you have plenty.
And it's like, I'm making time. Like, that's the thing, I'm making time now, where it's like I was telling Shawn, I was telling my mom, like, 2 days ago, I was just like, you know, I don't know how this school thing is going. Like, I really have not been focused this entire semester at all. Like,
that's a sign.
I'll be in class, like, and I just be like I'm not saying I don't know what the fuck they're talking, because I know exactly what they're talking about. It's just I'm not there. Like,
mentally, you're not there.
I'm just not there.
And that's okay.
Bro, remember that time I saw you at the park? We was walking.
Yeah.
You gotta just take time like that to go to the damn park for nothing, bro.
And that's the thing.
Go to Target, nigga. Just walk.
You know what's crazy? When we walked that day, like, I started walking. Literally, I started walking.
Walking is so important because
it's
in nature.
And it's like, it sucks because I haven't done that in so long, and I've been wanting to do that. And I just have not had time to do it.
You gotta make time.
You gotta make time. Cause just like you make time for all the other stuff you might not necessarily want to do, but you feel like you're obligated to do them. You know what I'm saying? You gotta put that same kind of pressure and priority on stuff like that.
And I'm a firm believer, bro. If you don't slow down, bro, God gonna make you slow down. I'm telling you, bro. Because this is a nigga, I was in school full time and I was working like 40 plus hours a week. Nigga, my dumb ass fell behind this wheel, my nigga. Like, and just didn't know what, I don't remember what happened. Driving home from work, about to go pick her up, and the nigga just T-bone. Couldn't even tell you what happened before then. I remember playing this song by Boy Pablo called Dance With Me. And that next thing you know, airbag.
How did that change you though? What did you do after that?
Nigga, I slowed down completely, nigga, because
I noticed a change too.
Like, for real, I would come to school.
Even when he drives, like how he moves.
I'm so cautious now, and I appreciate life differently. It's like, man, I ain't about to be doing all this work and shit, man. Like, for real, you gotta just take time and just focus, cause like, bro, if you were, God forbid, Lord rebuke it. We not knocking on wood, Lord rebuke this, but you overwork yourself, and you got in a car accident, right? Your job role would be filled before they even print your obituary.
Yeah,
they'd be on Indeed like, sorry, they gonna send some flowers and that's it, nigga. We gotta fill these roles.
If they send you some flowers,
yeah. So like, you definitely gotta. Hey, I'm sorry, we're being selfish here on this one. You gotta put yourself before these fucking jobs.
When I get off, I don't want to think about work. I don't want to think about my other businesses. I don't want to think about nothing. I just want to go home and take a nap. And the weird part, the caveat, is that I went home and did just that and felt horrible.
Yes.
Because I felt like I could have used that time to do some reading, do some more studying, do some more researching. And I'm kind of in the middle of like, did I do a good thing by just taking that time to myself, or I should be tough on myself for
I got this. So I tell her this all the time because she's like that, very ambitious and always work driven. I tell her this all the time. You have to. Happiness comes from within. Period. No, that happiness is an internal thing first. Happiness comes from within. So you cannot allow goals, ambition, accomplishments, and success to define how you truly feel, because there are millionaires who are depressed and have lists of accolade, but they aren't happy just because that's internal. Happiness comes from within. So you can't allow all these businesses to determine how you feel that day. There are you need a rest day, and we glamorize working hard. We glamorize not taking days off. We glamorize I put in 60 hours. But what about when you 60 years old and your fucking back is broken and you dying at 50 because you overworked yourself? That's not cool. But we glamorize, especially as men, we glamorize working hard, busting your ass every day. But we don't take a day just to rest. You know, because sometimes you can burn yourself out. You need a recharge day. Jeff Bezos sleeps. These rich people, they sleep. They sleep well. They got so much people that successful people sleep because they know you need a well-rested mind. So my thing is, don't allow these accomplishments to define who you are, because happiness comes from within first. Secondly, sometimes we can get so caught up in just trying to be productive that we take on too many tasks. You know what I mean? And then with free time, and I always say, too much free time is no free time, because we don't have any structure. So with you not being in school, I can do this, I can do that, but you're not realizing you took on so many tasks that you're not focused on one thing. You got to focus on that one thing that's gonna feed everything else, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a terrible analogy, but if you have kids, right, you're gonna teach things to your older child, and that older child's gonna help the younger siblings and the younger siblings. You know what I mean? You don't just pop out with 10 kids at one time. The older child helps, and it's like we all hold each other's hand. So with your businesses, put all into one or maybe two, and allow that main business to fill the other business, because you're still in the foundational stage. It's hard to build 2 homes at one time. You can only be one place at one time. You know what I'm saying? So if you're trying to do this business and that business, there's going to be a time where something is being neglected. Unless you have that much time and that much backing, but unless you don't have that backing and time, you got to focus on one thing at a time and not try to be so productive 24/7. Let yourself have a recharge day. You need to have that. So you'll get inspired out of you can get inspired by the simplest things. Going for a walk, you just be chilling, playing a song, or just thinking to yourself, "Damn, that's a good idea. Damn, that's a good idea. I'll be walking. I'm in the park. The font on choice. Let me take a picture. It's pretty sure she don't know."
And you know why that's important though? Because we're able to really connect to that universal source of knowledge and wisdom when we're quiet. Like when our mind is quiet, when our body is quiet. And that's something that I've learned myself. I'm like, I'm not getting answers trying to think of 11 million things in a minute. But that moment I'm laying down, getting ready to go to sleep, and I get that idea, I'm like, oh shit. Like, really? And another thing I wanted to kind of bounce off what Justice was saying is you also, well, for me, I had to also question, like, am I setting these goals and priorities out of fear? You know what I'm saying? Because it's one thing to be led by fear in a positive light. Like, I consider myself, like, anything that scares me, that means I need to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a reason. If you just let your fear keep you back, you're just gonna stay in the same place all the fucking time. But if you're just attaching fear to everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'll manifest in so many different ways in your life. Like, if I gotta set this goal because I'm scared if I don't make this amount of money that I'm gonna get kicked out of my house, as opposed to finding out your why and attaching it to the stuff that you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna do this business because it helps me to do X, Y, and Z, and then you'll know, okay, I don't have to do this every single day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay to take a break. But when you just, everything is scaring you, you know what I'm saying? All your goals are set out of fear. It's like, do you even deserve to achieve those goals right now? Like, what you gonna do when you get there? You know what I'm saying? So again, that mindset thing, that mindset is so important, and it's definitely not talked about enough for men, because a lot of y'all just be on autopilot, just working, and it is important to take a break. I think you did the right thing by taking that nap, even though you might have felt bad. I think you did a very good thing taking that nap.
But don't let work define you, bro. Like, work does not define you. But as men in society, unfortunately though, we've set this standard where we have to work and provide. We've made the standard. Now it's becoming a point where it's kind of backfiring on us, because it's like, man, we're tired. But because the standard has been set for so long for us to only work and shut up and just provide, that's what's expected of us. We're expected to just provide, and that's what we do. And anything else you're going through, nigga, shut up. But we've set this foundation. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, we've created this environment for ourselves where it's like, if we're not working, we bring no value.
Right.
And to add on to, it's like, I have like 3 things I want to say. So first, Shawn, I just want to say, I apologize, bro. So, so that's not nothing crazy. And this is like, kind of like, I'm not going to put too much information out because this is really something that I want to do. I just literally, I have not had time. With the business thing. Okay. But, and this goes for you too. Okay. Which we'll all 3 of us will talk. But anyway, I just really, I'm making time now for it. But to go back to like what Joel said about like fear, I feel like I had like kind of like a fear of like just not being successful, and like I'm like, damn, like I'm not keeping up with my friends, and it was just like I'm not going to be able to keep up with them whenever they're this high and I'm still like down here. And it's just like I feel like at some point in my life I felt like I was trying to play catch up, but then I kind of like came to like a realization that it's just like I'm not really like playing catch up. It's like I'm moving at my own pace.
Period.
And it's like
catch up to who? Yeah,
exactly. Like I was just like, I feel like with the people that I used to talk to, I don't talk to no more for a certain reason. And it's not like I cut them off because like you said, even way before this, where it was just like, you know, they're not going nowhere, or they're not trying to, if they're not going to be successful or anything, I don't want to talk to them. It's not nothing like that. It's just like, I don't know. I feel like with y'all, like I just feel like the vibes, the positive vibes, and it just kind of, it helps me out. And it's like I never knew I had this much in common with y'all. I was just like, damn, like I was like, damn, like we all really like are like the same person.
Bro, we was talking about coffee for like an hour and a half in the car.
Yes.
I don't think Shawn said nothing, but we talking about espresso shots, machines, grinding methods for like an hour and a half. We talking about coffee for like a long time.
Right.
We talking about coffee like the whole route to Charlotte.
I believe it.
Yes, and it's crazy because like I did not know you were into coffee.
What, nigga, I had a cold brew this morning.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like I never knew this until you said it, and I was just like,
until you let that little wall down.
You let that wall, yeah, exactly. You let that wall down.
right. Yeah, man. Like I don't know. Like I never knew that we all just had so much in common that I was just like you said, my wall was just built up where I just didn't want to say anything, but it was just like at the same time I'm sociable. That's the thing. I'm very sociable, but I just didn't want to open up. But it feels cool, bro.
That's good. I'm proud of you.
Men, we have to open up because like as men, like prior to me, y'all got a couple homies that I talk to on an emotional level, but a lot of times with the homies, just we scrolling on Instagram, we talking about sports, or we just laughing. It's never like what y'all like. I got friends that I don't know what they're going through because we just don't talk about it, and it's no reason. I don't know why we don't talk about it. It's just we just talk about everything else but emotion. I got homies that I don't ask how you doing, or it's just not our dynamic. So it's definitely important that we have we have this vulnerable bond and this intimate connection with each other where we can express how we feel from a vulnerable emotional perspective. And as men, we have to do that because women, they talk. Hey girl, what you doing? And that's healthy. Like to have friends of the same sex that you can talk to that relate to what you're going through. Not because like, man, we can have emotions too, but if we're holding that shit in, I can't call my homie like, bro, I'm feeling bad today. I'm feeling emotional. I'm feeling vulnerable. I just can't talk about it because women may not understand our emotions because they're women. So sometimes you got to talk to that homie or that friend, that guy friend of yours that can connect with you. The same way how women, they have menstrual cycles, so they can talk about those type of things and those hormones and that because they connect with each other. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. So men, we have to do a better job of just talking and being intimate with each other and not being so afraid of like this shit. What?
How does that happen though?
And I'll give Shawn his points. Shawn, you are a very sociable person. Bruh, anybody can talk to you about anything, bruh.
No, Shawn hard to crack.
Shawn is very hard to
You
crack.
think I'm hard to crack?
On an emotional level, Shawn?
Well, actually, no, it's not.
book.
No, it's not. I'll say this. It was one point in both of our lives that me and him both were in a tight spot together. And we were in the gym cooking it up. But at the same time, it was just like a therapy session, bro. Like me and him, that was like, I think Shawn's probably the only person that I really was like, damn, like I can tell Shawn anything, bro. And he wouldn't judge me for nothing. And that's why I was like, yeah, this is my guy, bro.
Bro, I ran up on you in the mall crazy as hell, and then I met you at Wait Tech. You did not want to be my friend when you first met me.
I mean, if you ran up on a nigga crazy.
Nah, I'll say this, bro. Justice, you used to run up on people.
Okay, I'm the kind of person where like I'm a people person, so it's like if you fresh, I'm gonna tell you. And if you with your girl, I'm gonna definitely tell you because she gonna be feeling you more like, bro, you fly as fuck. She probably was like, you know what I'm saying?
Justice,
like I'm not too cool to tell nigga, yo, I'm like, that shit cute, bro. That shit handsome, nigga. I'm not too cool to tell, man. Like, bro, like we was at this pop up the other day. Shout out Jay Reed, his clothes fire. He's 26, right? This nigga look young as fuck. I said, yo, no homo. I'm with her. I said, no homo, bro. You look good, my nigga. Facts, in front of her. Nope. I said, pause, but you look good, my nigga. You 26. I ain't give a fuck. The man look handsome to be a black man, bro. Skin clear as a motherfucker.
Right.
Why can't I tell another black man you look handsome, bro?
That's true.
Why I gotta be, yo, you ugly ass nigga, yo, you fucking look. Nah, nigga, you handsome. The fuck? Like, what's wrong? There's nothing wrong with that.
That's why I fuck with Justice, bro.
Yeah, nigga.
Like Justice, like
niggas be too cool and shit. Tell this man he look handsome. Man, my niggas is handsome. The fuck?
We literally went to different high schools, bro. Different high schools. And it was just like every time I seen Justice, it was like we know each other for years. I was like, yo, what's good, Justice?
I be running up on niggas. I'll be carrying at the park. Get out. Let's walk.
Matter of fact, no. We weren't even at the park yet. We was in the street. We was driving.
Yeah.
We just happened to go to the park. Like we didn't even follow each other. We just happened to go to the park, and he was like, "Yo, what's good?" I was like, "What's good?" He was like, "You trying to walk?" I said, "All right."
Let's walk. I be running up on niggas. I'll be carrying, bro.
But nah, Justice, bro. That's what makes you you.
Oh yeah, fact.
That's literally what makes you you. Like nobody else does that shit. But that's what makes you you, and that's why I appreciate you.
That's why I fuck with y'all. Cause like a lot of niggas be like, yo, that nigga asked too many questions. He talk too much. This nigga right here has never. He might be like, you can like angle your questions this way to ask, so it's not so interrogation, but just like keep asking questions. Cause when anybody ever told Shawn he asked too many questions, Shawn be like, that's my guy. That's my guy. Now you can't tell this. You can't tell this nigga nothing about me because he gonna defend me at the end of the day. And people like y'all who allow me to talk about coffee for an hour and ask 40 million questions are the people that I appreciate most. You know what I mean?
I've said that is a quality of you that I've always liked. Yeah. You're inquisitive. I mean, it's not like I feel like you asking that question shows vulnerability from you that you know that you know a lot. But it's like, you know that you don't know everything. So you ask questions to be like,
always say I'm ignorant. That's my motivate, nigga. I'm ignorant. Let me ask, yo, how you learn that word, Shawn? Like,
and it's funny because like me and Shawn don't find you ignorant at all.
Right. That's a label you put yourself.
That's the craziest thing. Like me and Shawn, I already know. We both think alike about you. You just that guy, bro. Like you just so cool.
That's how I view Shawn though, cause Shawn be thinking like you're super duper smart. But this nigga Shawn's vocabulary is so in his question formatting is so intense.
Nigga, you need to be Kendrick.
Like I remember being at the tape, and I'm like, bro,
smoking on your top 5 tonight.
Yo, one time we was at Bojangles in Wakefield, we was doing Wait Take, and this guy was asking him questions and shit. And then Shawn was kind of just like, I felt back, and Shawn started talking to him. I was like, bro, how do you do that? And it just like changed the way I just look at like asking questions. I was like, okay,
shit with everybody, bro. I don't know how he do it. I don't.
And since he's talking about traits, one of my favorite traits about you is how overzealous you are, and I love that about you.
Hey, I know we talked about this the other day.
I said, bro,
he told me, he was like, I'd rather you do something with my ambition, like me being ambitious, versus me not doing it.
Cause then because I don't want you to be like, damn, should I not do this? Fuck that, bro. You gotta be yourself. I rather tell you like, bro, nah. Then you hold it back and repress it because of you're scared. You know that as you talk about that fear, bro, not letting fear hold you back is so important. Like, make those mistakes and learn from them, bro. Cause now we know going forward, like how to like handle certain things. You know what I mean? And like we know that okay, we can communicate respectfully and have a disagreement, but come to a misunderstanding. Because when people think like a disagreement is supposed to like end a friendship, like that's a part of being friends. Right. Disagreeing. That's how you build friendships is by disagreeing and then having a mutual understanding.
Right. I literally didn't have no deep thought about with this nigga. I literally was like, oh, okay, because you know why, Justice, is because I like to respect people, and with you've really earned my respect. So when you did say that, it was just like, okay, well, let me hear what you have to say. Oh, I totally understand that.
But that was my thing, like you. I was like, that's why I asked you, bro. Was I respectful in my approach? Because I don't want to disrespect anybody, especially somebody that I love and respect. That's my thing. Like, bro, we have a great understanding. Let me just make. Like, that's why I asked, like, bro, did I offend you?
You asking that was just like at first.
I just had to, but I had to ask because we're human, and I can't read your mind. You may perceive that as like that's rude as fuck. I wouldn't know, but let me just ask you to make sure to clarify. You gotta ask people sometimes, you know, because some people do harbor things and just won't say anything, but you won't know unless you ask. And me being a nigga who asked, like earlier, I got asked her. Sometimes she'll be upset, and I'll be like, or I'll just say something. I'll be like, hold on. Was my tone off right there?
Right.
Like I would have to check myself. Like, hold on, my tone off. But that's we got to do that sometimes. As human, like you gotta just totally check yourself. Shit.
Right, and that's the big thing that I feel like I pride myself on. And the thing is, I feel like I'm still working on it too because people say that in certain instances that I don't, which is really crazy. That's but crazy. Accountability, like when I lay in bed, just like how y'all was talking about, like assessing yourself and figuring out like where you went wrong or allowing those emotions. When I lay down at night, I say this multiple times again. I've always think, damn, I didn't like when I did this because it made me feel this way. Now I know in my control, I can stop myself from doing that by doing these, right? Or I hate that this certain situation made me feel this way. Okay, let me work on myself so I won't have to be in that particular situation again and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, I always look at myself as being the common denominator. So when it comes to certain things that I do, I try to be conscious of it. But if I slip up, I like to be addressed and I like to just go ahead and be like, you know what, I did mess up and I take the blame for it. And Fudge, don't do this.
Yep. Brain fart.
Yes.
You gotta snap in your ear.
That's what you do.
Really?
You be snapping in your ear.
Like I'll walk and snap like this.
You gonna have me doing that shit now.
And then I'll sing this song like, come on, come here. You come and go. I just snap in my ear.
Well, with that though, it's like I take that and I always apply it to myself every day because I feel like that's what helps improve me. Like just for myself. Okay, damn. I didn't do this before. I did this. Great. And I told Bree and my dad the other day is that there's always stuff that I kind of test the limits on. Like just out of either laziness or just I don't really know what it is. It's just like I keep doing like, okay, I don't have to do this or I do have to do this. And as soon as somebody checks me on it, I'm like, okay, that's all I needed. I would literally change what I was doing and how I was moving to like the total opposite if somebody talks to me or we have a conversation about it. Like I could give you guys an example. Vulnerability. Me and Bree broke up a year and a half ago.
2019.
Yeah.
November.
Fall.
Yes.
I remember.
God damn. Okay.
Exactly.
Anyway, so she had a list of things that the reasons why she broke up with me. And at first I was prideful. I said, oh my God, she's tripping. Da, 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 da. But laying in bed for those few days, I knew exactly all the stuff that she was talking about. So when we had that conversation, before we like kind of slowed down on talking, she was very proud of me because there was situation and examples that I had listed of things that I did that she didn't even list why she broke up with me for. So Yeah, that's like I if somebody just checks me on something that I know I'm doing wrong.
But it's good that you're accountable and you like can acknowledge something, because you know how that male ego, a nigga will rather sound stupid and be wrong before will sound stupid before he admit he's wrong.
Right.
Because of that ego and that pride.
Right.
But that's why this shit is gonna work, because we real niggas and we accountable, and that's just so important. That's just gonna drive our friendship and just gonna build this accountability that we all have amongst each other.
Right.
So it's like, I know if I slip up, you know what I mean? You're gonna be like, nah, bro, that ain't it.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Because
and it's not even gonna be like a disrespectful thing. We gonna let you know, like, you know what you did, and then how to improve.
Right.
And it's not like it's not gonna be condescending, like, yo, you fucked up, yo. It's
Yeah,
gonna be like,
right.
yo, I think maybe
it's just
Maybe
tone. Let's have this conversation.
Tone is
very important, and I hate how people try to.
And real quick. Sorry to cut you off. Before we move on, I gotta give Joelle her points as well. Yes, you're the GOAT. So I appreciate. So I just want to say, like I said, I appreciate y'all for letting me get my 2 cents off to y'all.
We had to get to the bottom of that.
Right.
Like, I was like, nah,
Right.
he got something to talk
And-
about.
This is something he's gonna think about now.
And it's like, you know, like with Joelle too. Like Joelle, you helped me a lot, especially thinking about stuff. Because it was just like, damn.
And I mean, it's like, I know, it's just like,
Like, don't get me
know
wrong.
where you coming from.
Y'all did help out a lot. But then again, like I just felt like you knew like exactly what
She's a
was
woman,
going
so
on.
she's a
Perfect
woman.
question.
Just was like,
Yeah, because I know he building up this wall, nigga. I built up that wall before this nigga came and started asking me a million questions. One day, like randomly, one day, bro. I don't even know if he was dating yet. This nigga's like, "Are you happy?" And I was
That's a famous
He been
question.
asking me
I was
that.
like, what the fuck? Am I happy? I'm over here like, shit, well, am I? But it's like stuff like that. All it takes is one person to really like, to
Pull that
know.
out of you.
You know what I'm saying?
and
Like,
that's the
all it
thing.
takes.
Like I've never really had nobody be like, "Are you happy?"
Boom.
Like shit like that. Never. I've never heard nobody be like, "Yo, how are you doing today?"
Yeah.
Like
And
for real,
really
be
mean
like,
it. Yeah.
"How are you doing?"
I
I'd
was
be
gonna
like, I don't know.
I hate to cut you off,
You good?
but we have to challenge our loved ones and friends on an emotional and mental level. Like, actually challenge each other and not let that shit slide.
Yeah.
If I know you got a trait about you that you could work on more, I'm gonna challenge you. Like that day we was outside talking one night about what's the name's admiration for the Caucasian male species.
We're not gonna say no names.
I had to challenge her on that, because it's like,
But what did she say at the
We
end?
challenged her for
You're not
2
gonna change my mind.
fucking hours.
oh, we're not, but I just had to challenge.
Right.
It is like when she said that. It's just like,
Oh,
bro.
my brain went from we're making. I said okay, I'm going home.
But we had to try.
It was
Yeah.
2 hours, bro.
I'm not gonna think
It
about
was
this
2 hours of like
conversation again.
crying, laughing, and like just like going off.
I would get 2 steps ahead. I'm like, nah, fuck it, never mind.
Go back.
But go ahead. Like,
But
You
nah.
walked a mile and walked back 10 miles.
we uncovered a lot.
But
Uh-oh.
Did we just wait for sleeping? You gotta let sleeping dogs lay.
no, because that's
Look at this, yeah. But
I love y'all niggas, man.
I really
real.
hate. This is one of my biggest pet peeves when people just say stuff, right? And they say stuff and think that just because the words are correct, mean that somebody's going to receive it exactly how you just gave it. Like, and I will say this. There's a mutual friend between me and Lex who's in a very sticky situation. And I've known this whole time of what they need to do and think about and reassess.
And also to add on to that, wait, are we talking about who we talking about? Okay, yeah. Making sure. It was kind of crazy because Shawn, you know, like this also goes back to your character. You always be bringing out shit in people.
As he should.
Like he just and it just
Get
grabbed
over here.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
But Lexton told me that with the conversation that we had, I made them cry, and he told me that it wasn't like it was tears because that's what they needed to hear.
Yeah.
And I feel like, not to brag or anything, I feel like I have a decent amount of EQ, so I know the emotional intelligence of people when I have conversations with them and what energy I need to match so they can best receive what I have to give to them, right? I said it in a way that I feel like they would respect it.
Yeah.
I didn't try to sun nobody. I didn't try to baby nobody neither. I talked to them from person to person, and I made them realize that they're also dealing with another person, and you can't OD, and you cannot baby that neither.
Yeah, it's out there. It's like one or the other type of deal.
It's very delicate.
Yeah.
But it's something that's real and that needs to happen. And it goes from person to person. But yeah.
Tone is everything. Like tone is everything, bro.
If I say, hey, your purr, he usually has like, it's cool, bro. How you gonna receive it?
He ain't fucking with it.
Damn, your black jewels like sticker, they straight, bro.
Bro, like
I just gave you both a compliment, but my tone just sounded.
You were not excited.
Right. No
like,
enthusiasm. Versus say, yo, your hat, your stickers, your both of you guys' brands is fire. Hit the switch.
But it's like, cause you feel that energy.
And it's crazy. We both do that, and I've learned that from you. Tone, cause I be like, bro, that shit is for real, like fire. Like, I'll look you in your eyes. That shit is fire. Like, and it's like I really genuinely mean that.
Mean it.
And it's like I won't say nothing if I genuinely don't mean it. Like if I feel like this shit ain't good, I'm gonna let you know. You know, I really think you should do this. I'm not gonna say it and like, yo, this shit ass, bro. Like, I'm not gonna make you feel bad about your.
Lying. Still, sometimes, you know, I be like, oh, yeah, it's cool.
Like
But you can tell though. You can tell, like your energy, where you be like, that shit fire, and you be like, oh, that's good.
You don't know when it's.
You gonna know when it's mid. You gonna know when it's fire. You gonna know when it's not good at all.
Actually, I'll say this. You know, we can all pat ourselves on the back. There's been a few instances where people have said they rock with the pod, and it's not like they said it out of like they need to say it. They just been like, yo, I like the pod, bro.
Somebody walked by the job and was like, yo, the pod is fire, by the way. I was like,
that made my day, by the way.
That did make my day. Shout out to, damn it, I can't think of it.
No.
I'm so sorry.
I hope you better hope she don't watch this.
I hope you gonna see me, and it's crazy because I know where you work. You gonna beat my ass, but I really appreciate you.
Shout out her who fuck with the pod.
I really appreciate you for real. Like that really made my day. That really made my day for real.
What's y'all take on tone?
Tone?
I go off of tone a lot, but I definitely go off of eye contact and body language just as much because it's so important. Like your posture, just like I will ask a question 3 different times, 3 different ways, just get a different response. See how you want it. I do it all the time with people just to test motherfuckers. So it's very important to me.
Oh my god.
You know what I mean? But with me, my tone, if you gonna know if I fuck with something, cause y'all know I'm gonna run up on you hype as fuck, or I'm gonna be like, that shit is trash. And y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, so I can't fake the funk. You gonna know if I like something, cause I'm very animated. And I'm talking nigga, this motherfucker's sexy, nigga. Or this is trash. You gonna know with my tone. Right, yeah, but nah, tone is important.
Tone is very important. I'm big. I'm big on like reading people's energy and stuff like that. So it's like your tone ain't just the way you talk, like it's also your body language.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. Like you ain't even got to say nothing. But if you sitting there looking like you don't want to be here, like you don't have to say
it's
anything.
Gonna be received.
I'm gonna be like, oh okay. Like,
right.
You just
Right.
Feel it.
Hey, okay, bitch. That's funny. I like that.
Like if I go to a black Jewel shoot soon, and I go there and I'm like, you know, like.
If y'all need a Drake,
like nigga, if you don't turn up right now,
right? Let me go ahead and
get a Drake figure.
you know what I'm saying? What you just say?
If y'all need a Drake figure, I'm here.
Oh yeah.
Yes. I will hit the biggest Drake look, whatever you want.
What does that mean?
Whatever you want. The Drake stance. I will walk like this man if you need me to.
Yeah, he been studying this guy, bro.
I swear.
If you want to include us
we
too,
can figure out something. I love.
She gonna have to get y'all too, cause I don't model, man.
This nigga is just
Shut
whack.
the hell up. What are you talking about?
You was the first model for Black Jewel.
Right.
Now you playing. This nigga be forgetting where he came from all the time, bro.
Yeah, don't forget your beginnings.
Model, nigga.
You too cool.
Hey, you see the tone, right?
Yeah, right. You hear that? That's a BS. That's a BS.
Just don't put me on no solid color backdrop. That's gonna be too nervous.
All
Nigga,
right.
One of the most photogenic niggas I know.
I swear to God.
You know, actually, your pod pictures are like my favorite. You and Lex, like Lex's smile,
I'm
like
surprised.
with the hat on. I like it. Yours, you like a damn.
I was shy.
My problem is though.
I thought you was Drake.
See,
Come on now. You gotta live it.
It take me a minute to warm up. Hey,
It take you about 6 minutes.
Hey, man. I'm certified for a reason, man.
I don't pose though when I take pics. I just be talking to the photographer. Like I was talking to shout out Shell Shots.
Shell Shots.
Book with Are You Sure?
Oh, shit, that one.
I would be talking and like laughing and shit. So that's why they turned out like that. And then a lot of my pics, like the one with the in front of that building, I was like, yo, bro, do it off center. Most of my pics typically are off center. So when people take pictures, I be like, have me at a certain. Don't put the focus on me. That's why I'm able to like kind of tweak. Cause I'm terrible at pictures, bro.
You know what's crazy? Me and Shawn went behind and
did the
same
fucking thing.
Pose.
I was like, oh, these niggas like this shit.
I was gonna say something. I was like, maybe they don't know.
Wait, which pose?
The pose where it was like the water tower was in the background and we had just
Right.
In a
I saw the
corner.
vision.
Y'all like that little
I
shit.
said, hell yeah. I said, give me that
and then
one
I had
too.
an AirPod in my head. I didn't even
They like
notice.
that.
I had the little off-white shit and I had the hat.
They like that. It was cute though. Y'all skin was looking all glowy. I thought that was very nice photo
Hey,
shoot.
drink water.
Is it glowy or oily?
I did shit.
Hey,
Y'all
nigga.
too proud.
Yo, we was
I'm joking.
Nah, Vaseline. Let me start on Vaseline, but
on your face.
no.
Thought you better than that.
Who you boxing?
Nah, I am a firm advocate of steal your girlfriend's skin routine. Nigga. Like
Yo, low key.
step by
Low
step.
key. I feel like I'm a combination of all my exes, bro. I be putting baby oil on
Baby oil.
when I got in the
You
shower.
are the culmination of your past experience.
Yo, ain't that a Drake bar?
You know, brother.
I'm like, hold on. Fuck.
That's why I was like, you really Drake.
Hey, you see the shirt?
Yeah.
Hey,
Damn.
Look at
the gift.
yeah.
But yes, all summer 16. Well, all.
It's not summer 16 no more.
But fuck it.
But yeah, like,
Fuck it.
Bro, niggas are stuck in that summer so fucking much.
why? Like, I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Music
we
was
looking
good,
for
that's why.
revenge.
Bro, people that are stuck in summer 16 just
They peaked in high
they
school.
peaked in high school, bro. Because like I couldn't even I couldn't even book a hotel at 16.
16, like,
You can't do nothing.
16
Like-
was a cool year, but it
you
wasn't
cou-
like the
We
best.
couldn't take no trips like that.
I'm gonna say this: outside of the pandemic, I feel like every year has gotten better,
Facts.
I agree.
and the reason being is because I'm not stuck in a particular year. I am looking and making opportunities to make my year better than 2016.
Facts.
I
And
was
they evolved
I was
too.
stuck in 2017 until like 20,
I had to get your ass out of that
2018,
damn.
2019.
Yeah,
I was
had to
stuck.
Get your ass out.
He got me out of look at he looked me in my eyes and said that shit.
Yeah.
But he definitely did, and it's crazy because I see the growth.
You was
2020,
That's good.
Right.
well actually 2019 to 2021 Lex completely different.
Okay, about to say first thing, like as far as like growth, my growth always comes in the fall, and then like I just take what I learned and apply it to the spring. It's always in every fall.
like
for me,
hibernation.
every fall is different for me. But nigga, the nigga I knew when I first met was buying Yeezy sneakers, T-shirts, $1,000 jackets.
Hey,
Now this nigga got
this
$500
nigga had
gold
bread
boards.
ones. Fucking royal ones, not the new
bondage
shits.
pants.
No, not the new shits. The old ones. Nigga had infrared
12.
6s that came in the pack. Niggas don't even know about that.
Yeezy, what the 350? Which one was them?
Wave Runners.
The Wave Runners, the first release.
Nigga had a fucking Supreme jersey with a damn hoodie under it.
Niggas
Not a
had-
hoodie,
niggas
but
had-
like
niggas
but
had
like-
Scarface pants,
Yes.
box logos,
Box.
Bape shorts. Yeah, the box Bape shirt. Man, the day after my car accident, I come to school. This nigga walks up on me like, "Yo, you good, bro?" Nigga had the OG Bape fit on. I was like, "Oh, this nigga just checking up on me all fresh and shit." Nah, I ain't good, nigga. Nigga, this swag is killing me right now.
Fight this nigga. Hey yo, Bree is gonna comment under this picture and be like, "Yo, take him out
Nigga.
of your mouth."
This nigga had the gray sweats with the half Bape nigga shit hanging over here and shit. I was like, this nigga
Yeah,
fly
yo,
right now.
you the first nigga other than like Pharrell and them, like to wear Bape at high school.
You know
At a
what's
high
funny?
school, bro. I've never. I don't care. Whoever listen to this,
Especially in like Nightdale, Wendell area.
I ain't never seen no nigga wear a Supreme. I ain't know a Supreme. I didn't know Supreme was that poppin'. I didn't know what the fuck Bape was till I met you. I was wearing Young and Reckless.
Hold on. 10 deep. Nigga had 10 deep. Crooks and Castles.
Bruh, Ben Trill.
2017.
Ben Trail. Oh yeah. This nigga had pieces in high school.
And the thing is,
It ain't even
they're
going to high school.
still there, and they're still able. He's still able to wear them.
I guess. All right, this is my mind state. Am I messing? Mind state. This is my logic. I don't want to get nothing that I cannot wear 5 years down the line.
Facts. Hey.
I want to make
pieces.
I want to make sure if I got a big I don't get like nothing that's like, damn nigga, you got that loud ass, obnoxious ass one that. Where can you wear it to? You know what I'm saying?
No, facts.
Outside the pod, I'm gonna show y'all this picture of this man I took of him, bro. Just so I could just show y'all this man in high school. And like mind you, this is gonna be like a 2015, 2016, wherever the fuck you graduated.
Yeah, Johnny.
I'm gonna send it to you, Johnny.
I have it right there.
You gonna see this man, you gonna be like, bro, this was 2015? Like, this won't 2017?
Yo,
Like, what?
how we go from this nigga vulnerability
I know.
to being selfish to now he just stroking this nigga shit, bro. We got it.
I know, we gotta get off of that, bro. But I just wanted to say,
Yeah.
you influenced us, bro.
Facts. I didn't even go to y'all. That's why I ran up on you like that.
Yeah, well,
2018 Crabtree Mall.
You was flirting with Miss Lewis.
I remember the. Yeah, I was. I remember.
I said, yo, Joey Sithers.
I was like, who just
The
called
fuck
me?
is this nigga?
Right, he was like, yo, bro. He started talking about his cousin. He was like, yo, I got an AUG hat too, bro. Slam.
Yeah, and
Oh,
it-
okay.
Facts.
And I was like, oh, snap.
And I know he's trying to get off this topic, bro, but I gotta bring this up too. I definitely gotta bring this up. I remember, I don't know if we were at a football game or something, bro. I don't know what the fuck we was at. But I remember Justice walked up on me. He was like, bro, you cool with that nigga Shawn, bro?
Wait.
I don't know.
Really?
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes,
Really?
I swear to God, bro. I swear to God. Because he was like, bro, that nigga fly, bro. I remember. And I was just like, yeah, bro. Like, I haven't talked to Shawn in a minute, but I was like, bro, I know, bro. I'm trying to get this level, bro.
You and I ain't gonna say his name because of y'all situation, whatever. But that nigga flies a motherfucking. You know who I'm talking
You
about?
can say Chance.
Oh, I can say okay. I know if y'all, bro. Shout out Chance. That nigga fly.
No, Chance will fly.
Yeah,
When I
Chance
get
is
rich,
fly.
he's my style. Bro, that nigga's the best dressed nigga on Instagram.
Chance is fly.
By a
But then
landslide.
that y'all whole little clique, y'all made me realize I can't dress like y'all, bro. I'm too fucking like buff.
One thing we can all learn to obtain from being around this fly ass nigga is listen. You can be around fly niggas who are buying these clothes. You don't have to compete. Stay in your lane.
If we had an exclamation point,
Hey bro, do not fuck up your money trying to keep up with your homies' pockets.
yes,
Cause this nigga blew 300 on accident in good times. And I looked at him and said,
bro, he blew 300 on a hat.
on
You
accident.
know, I'm sorry, I had to get that.
Do
off.
not-
You are wild.
Do not go broke trying to keep up with your friends.
I gave
told
up.
myself,
I fucking
Do
gave
not
up.
keep up with the Joneses. It is not a race. You will not miss out on what's set for you. So do not rush the process. If somebody to the left is doing this and somebody to the right is doing if somebody to the left is doing this, somebody to the right is doing that, you focus on what you have. You will not miss out on what's for you. Right. Don't be trying to compete, and because that's how you'll lose the race. Looking sideways.
I will
go
say
ahead, nigga.
this.
Go ahead.
What I do is I am in a mental friendly competition with my friends, and it is not malicious at all.
Yeah.
But I don't know if competition is the right word.
Yeah, 'cause
but
you fucking
everything.
won.
You're just inspired by us. That's all.
Right. I am very inspired by you guys. Like by everybody. Like so if I see something that you guys like, I give you the props and then I take it store it right in this bad boy right here. And I figure out, okay, well I don't want to be exactly what you guys are doing or do exactly what you guys are doing. But what can I do so I can get that satisfaction for myself? It just keeps me going.
And we all got our habits too. Like my habit, as you can see, is fucking cars.
Oh yeah.
And that shit got me in a chokehold.
Nigga, sell that car now.
Please.
Yeah,
you
that shit got me.
You need to be free from the shackles of that damn subi.
Of that high ass car payment.
Yeah, that
He
shit.
told me that shit hit my chest so hard. My fault.
Y'all should hear
sorry.
that. No, that's not even the worst part. Bills I gotta pay a month. Oh my god.
You want to disclose that information on the podcast?
Yes.
I saw Lexton.
Tell us.
He showed me. I told
him
Tell
exactly
us Tell us, bro.
how much I pay a month. in
We know,
bills.
but tell the people.
First of all right, let's just get this straight. I don't even have an apartment yet.
You won't if you
Bro, he has a third. Hey, hold on. You do it.
living in the damn car.
He got a nice little loft though. This is a nice
This is
loft.
fire.
is
You
a
guys,
fire
I don't know if
loft.
you guys seen the whole room. I mean, we're going to change it, so you're going to see how big this area really is.
But
It's big.
I mean, all right.
Pause.
Pause.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry. I
that
know
was
we're having a
crazy.
mature conversation. I just had to say that. I just had to say.
But in bills though, bro, I pay. This is why I work 60 hours a week. I don't advise y'all to do this shit. Don't think I'm saying because this shit is cool. It's not cool. Don't do this.
Purpose only.
But I pay like $1,600 a month in bills.
Nigga, what? I thought it was $800.
That's literally.
But no, a month in bills? Fuck no. I pay like 15. Like you gotta consider like gas, like other shit, oil changes.
Yo, if he had an apartment, he'd be living great.
Oh, he can get a 3-bedroom.
He'd be great.
Yeah.
He could literally just
$1,500 on the whip.
Not even on the way. It just be like,
I would crash
and it's like that's included with like maintenance stuff, like food. You gotta think like buying soap and shit. Like,
Bro, I would chop my dick off and wait to bleed out and die. $1,500 a month, nigga.
Why does it have to be?
He's so dramatic.
$1,500. And kids,
that's a lot.
at 22, y'all should not be paying $1,500 a month for a damn thing. Y'all, as far as bills, y'all should be paying maybe $500.
If that.
Maybe.
I've lived rent free and had a Camry, nigga. I was my bill $200. If that.
I pay a lot of money in bills, bro.
To be living at home, bro. Sell that car, nigga.
I know, bro.
You ever thought about putting it on using for Turo?
Bro, I've been thinking about doing.
That's a really good investment.
Wait, so you said doing what?
Turo.
Like renting out your car for people to like buy it.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Use it.
I have, but it's like I feel like I know you get insurance and shit with it, but it's just like
He still got that connection.
not even that connection.
That's
it's
an
just
emotional
like
connection, nigga.
it's just like I've seen what happened to my other car. Not that niggas drove it or anything, but I've seen what happened to it, and I seen how long it took to get it back. As far as getting like shit fixed, I low-key don't even want to go through that.
I feel you.
Okay, something do go wrong. Oh, transmission, nigga. Oh yeah. Give me a year. Nah, cause like you gotta think shit is on back order. Stuff is like you can't get nothing. So it's really hard to get anything right now.
Just sell the car and get you a damn Civic, nigga, or a car.
Oh yeah.
Let me stop.
All I know is once I get rid of this car, you gonna see the smile just get wider.
Oh, yeah.
Like, bro, $1,500 a month, nigga, like times 12. We looking at 10 bands, and that's just like, cause
That's more than 10 days.
Yeah.
that's over 10.
1,500 times 12.
I'm just doing.
I'm not good at math,
low
so I
end.
need to calculate it.
I can do it. It's gonna be.
No. I'm doing it.
Let's see who get it first.
She gonna nigga to calculate the regular faster than man.
18,000
nigga, damn.
Double.
Yeah.
God damn, nigga.
At that point, I would stay home for 4 years, save up $100,000 and go buy a damn house.
Honestly.
Or as a good down payment, nigga.
Honestly.
Fuck
yes.
Hey, bro, question: How really competition? What have I done that made you think? Cause nigga, I don't be balling like that. I don't spend $100.
That don't mean nothing. I mean, I don't look at financials. I just look at how you guys have handled, marketed, and branded yourself. Like, I'm very proud of that. I do the same thing with all my friends in Charlotte. Like I look at them like, wow. Especially James. Like I know
James, yes.
I know James since 2013, and when he started doing the tapestry work, he like was showing me some stuff about it. And even like the first t-shirts I had bought from him, so I was like, damn, just even making t-shirts, I was like, oh, this is fire. Even Brandon, when he first made t-shirts, I was like, oh my gosh, this is like just fire. Like, so if I see people that's doing like something, nothing like super significant, but I just mean like doing something to kind of be for themselves, and I feel like they're doing well with it and like treating it like an actual like baby. Hey, look.
And James is fire. Like
James.
I DM him cute shit all the time, but he's like an amazing designer. Like I'll DM, I take selfies with him every time I see him. So I'll DM like just, I'm inspired by you today.
That's
man.
one person I would invest in.
And what his work ethic behind it, it's like,
And I love it, bro.
he never leaves the house because he's in there doing that, figuring out what else
He working, man.
I feel the same way.
He making the pants,
When
man.
y'all told me that y'all went outside for the tote bag, your tote bag that you did last year or something like that, I said, damn.
What tote bag?
Which one? Yeah. Oh, the one,
With
the
the-
useless one.
It was yours?
Yeah.
Yes,
it was
it was your
the
bag.
photo
It was
shoot.
yes.
Oh,
When you
we
say
talked about that in the last.
Well, y'all said y'all just went outside and did that. I'm like, damn.
Oh,
like,
yeah, that
something
bag
come
sold out.
Like so fire.
Nigga, we started. What, nigga? We started taking them pictures at my auntie house in the guest bathroom, standing on the toilet, holding the light, poster board
Over
on
a
the
Dollar
ground.
Tree back poster board.
On the ground. One person standing on the toilet holding the light. The other person making sure the camera angles hit. Like it was a whole fucking process.
My Mac crashed that same fucking weekend.
And I had a 6-page
I
essay.
remember.
And I had a 6-page essay,
You
dude.
came to class.
Nah, my shit crashed again after that, bro. But you remember that time, right? I lost a lot of footage that time. That right there almost broke me. Like, I was about to be, man, I'm gonna just get a job. I'm gonna do air traffic control. Fuck this creative shit. Every nigga, bro, we all had that moment where we just be like, you know what? Fuck this creative shit. I'm just gonna get a job and then just figure this shit out.
Hey, I've been through it already.
You're not a
I definitely been through it
creative
already.
if you ain't
Like, am I doing the right thing right now? Is this
Right.
for me? Like,
Man, I just want to thank y'all once again for the first half of this podcast. That shit really, really helped me a lot, and I really appreciate it.
Your story, Drake said it. I told my story and made his story. That's not just a bar. And to both of you guys, I really do want to say thank you, not only for myself, but on behalf of everybody else, because they are going to pull something from this conversation and from both of you guys that's going to help them in their own life.
Yeah. And don't be afraid to open up, man. Like that was my issue. I was kind of afraid to open up, but I felt comfortable. But just find that comfort with at least one person, at least.
Yes.
And just open up, like just really just get your rocks off, and make sure you find somebody that's going to listen, give you some positive feedback, and help you become a better you.
and
that's
practice
important.
what you preach.
And drink more water.
That's all, folks. N.W.P is signing off here. We thank you for tuning in. We have the best news and the best topics. Nothing but the hits. Nothing but the motherfucking hits.
Justice.
Shawn. Lexton.